Hey, this is your boy Kenny Braswell with 5 Flow, 5 minutes of motivation and not much more. Got something special for you today. We all make mistakes, right? No one is immune to mistakes, and sometimes we make big mistakes, sometimes we make little mistakes. But today what I want to share with you is 5 things you should do after making a mistake, because if you live long enough, you will make a mistake. Number 1, own it. Own your mistake. Don't try to blame somebody else for something that you're going through or pass off, the buck to somebody else. If it's your mistake, own that mistake. Because oftentimes when you own that mistake, it makes the difference between people knowing whether or not you're more concerned about being right as opposed to wrong. Sometimes it'll let people understand whether or not you're more concerned about winning than losing. And when you're in relationships, sometimes you got to own that mistake, because it can be the difference between chaos and peace, right? And so when you own that mistake, it gives you the ability to move forward. It not only gives you the ability to move forward, but it gives others the ability to move forward. Number 2, put it in perspective. Ask why the mistake happened in the first place. Sometimes we make little mistakes, big things, and sometimes we make big things, little things, when we should be treating them big. But whenever you make a mistake, you have to put it in perspective to your life. You have to put it in perspective to what you're doing, right? And so you can't make something, as the old saying said, you can't make a mountain out of a molehill. And so some mistakes are just accidental mistakes, and those mistakes should be treated like accidental mistakes. But then again, some of those mistakes can be grave and some of them cannot be so grave. But you got to put your mistake in perspective to your life, or perspective of what it is you're doing, and that helps you manage your mistake. Number 3, use your mistake, right? Because your mistake can strengthen you. And not only can it strengthen you, but it can also help you gain faith in others. And so when you make a mistake, look at that mistake and see how you can use that mistake to make you better. See how you can use that mistake to better the situation. Better your plan B, right? Or strengthen your plan A. That's right. So let's stick with plan A, not plan B. So use it. Use that mistake. Use that mistake as part of who you are and where you're trying to go and what you're trying to accomplish in life. And that rolls me right into number 4, which is to share your mistake. Share it, right? And so when you share your mistake, there's healing in your learning. There's healing in your life. Others can learn from your mistakes. When you are a mentor, not only are you mentoring from your experiences, not only are you mentoring from your maturity, what you may have seen in life, but you're also mentoring from your mistakes and what you're doing, particularly when you're in a parenting situation with your children. You're trying to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes that you made in life, right? And so your testimony can heal, your testimony can help. In essence, your mistakes can help someone else not make the same mistakes you made. And number 5, the biggest of all, learn from it. Learn from it. Think about the mistake, analyze the mistake, process the mistake, tear the mistake apart, put it back together again, share it with others, use it, put it in perspective, own it, all of those things. But you must learn from your mistakes. And you know what the saying says about people who do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. That's insanity. And those are typically people who don't learn from their mistakes. And so when you make a mistake, learn from it. Look at it, because hindsight is not always 20/20. Sometimes you may learn from a mistake long deep into your life. You may look back at a mistake and understand that, whoa, now I understand why I went through that. Now I understand why I was making those mistakes. Sometimes what'll happen to you is you'll remember somebody saying something to you, giving you some sound advice, right? And you ignoring that sound advice, and you made a mistake as a result of not adhering to that sound advice. And so I hope that these things do something for you. Number 1, own it. Number 2, put it in perspective. Number 3, use it. Number 4, share it. Number 5, please learn from your mistakes. This is your boy Kenny Braswell, and this is 5 Flow, 5 minutes of motivation and not much more. Make sure you check us out on our sister station, blaze1radio.com. You can also check us out on Fatherhood Today TV. You can see us across the spectrum of social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Just type in 5 Flow and bing, 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 we just pop up. But you know how I like to leave you. Always be kind to others as you're kind to yourself, or you might find yourself by yourself. Always shoot high for your goals, because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. I'm your man, Kenny Braswell, and I'll see you next time. God bless, have a great week, and peace out.